Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. Three persons have been arrested in connection with the alleged rape and murder of a minor girl in Baruipur in West Bengal's South 24 Parganas district. Now, a local BJP functionary has been detained on allegations of helping one of the suspects temporarily escape. This is what has been reported by a few newspapers. Now, if you remember, on Sunday, the 12-year-old girl's body was recovered from a sack in a pond in the Surjapur area a day after she was reported missing. The case was initially registered as a missing person complaint on Saturday after her father reported her disappearance. Following the preliminary investigations, police added charges of rape, gang rape, murder, destruction of evidence, and provisions of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. And this is what an unidentified police officer has spoken to the media, and that's what the reports say. Now, there is also a CCTV footage which has emerged as a crucial link in the rape and murder of this 11-year-old girl in Baruipur, which is nearly 30 kilometers from Kolkata. The clip appears to show the girl shortly before she went missing on Saturday. And what the latest development is that the NCW has also asked for an action taken report from the police. But if you look at the series of incidents during Mamta Banerjee's time, BJP had been leveling allegations of a complete lawlessness. They said that if BJP comes to power, it will be fear out and faith in. Bhay out and bharosa in. That is what BJP spoke about. Now, it's almost 2 months since the time BJP has taken over the reins of West Bengal government. Is this a complete state of lawlessness? Has BJP failed to deliver on the law and order front? Because if you keep aside this rape case, you also see the kind of egg attacks which have happened in the past few weeks, which we have seen. So, is this a complete lawlessness? Has BJP failed miserably on the law and order front? Joining me this evening is Saswati Ghosh, who's a women's rights activist. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining. We have Chandan Ghosh, spokesperson of the West Bengal Congress. Thank you so much, Chandan. And we have Sameer Purkasa, senior journalist with the Federal. Thank you so much, Sameer, for joining. And let me begin with Saswati Ghosh. Saswati, what can you say about this particular rape and murder of this 12, 11-year-old girl, a minor girl? What does it go to show?
I will talk about 2 points. First of all, the role of the police. When the people went to the police for complaint, they said that look, she has gone with someone, maybe she has left with some friends. So it is a very common response from the police whenever we go for a report for a missing girl, particularly an adolescent girl. Look whether she has left with his boyfriend or something like that. Number one. Number two, when the entire thing happened up to recovering the body, there was no police. No police, and even from the camp, because there is a camp nearby and the police station, police outpost is there, and the police station is slightly away. So the police is doing like this, and the same thing. Maybe for the last 30-40 years we have been active with the women's movement, particularly about rights of adolescents. The same answer the police is giving: look whether she has left with someone and things like that, and sit tight. Or say, I don't have we don't have a car to go out and find things and go out and search. This is the and second is that the entire thing was conducted by someone from the BJP. It is also very unfortunate that he has to go and he has to quote unquote accompany people, locate the body. No police till now locate the body and take the one of the accused in a auto, in a toto or auto, because the video has been viral. I couldn't understand the type of transport, but it is a very open kind of transport. auto or toto. And he said that since one has been lynched, so he was trying to save the other accused and deliver him to the police station. Why no police till the body is recovered? That is my question. And the same thing, but the same thing in Kamduni, this thing happened when people went to complain that the girl has been missing. She has not come from her college, come back from her college. In Jalpaiguri, in Dhupguri, everywhere, everywhere in West Bengal, the same police, the same answers. So in the last 1.5 months, there has been no change in the approach of the police. That is the most unfortunate thing. And here, that the police was not there till the body was recovered, that is also very unfortunate, particularly a camp being there, police outpost being there. There was no police accompanying them. That is the most unfortunate and important thing I believe in the entire episode.
Let me come to Chandan. Chandan, what would you really say? Now the NCW has taken cognizance. They are asking for an action taken report. How would you look at the things? I mean, if you juxtapose with all this egg attacks which have taken place, now this rape and murder of an 11-year-old minor, what does it go to show? And how does it unfold politically for BJP in the state, which used to
Nilu,
accuse Mamta Banerjee at that point of time when Mamta was the chief minister?
Nilu, it is very unfortunate that we are not having a time difference even after the election and the new government is getting. It is unfortunate where we get to see there are a lot of promises, and where those promises were made even by the Prime Minister about the law and order situation and transformation of a peaceful state that the West Bengal was tagged otherwise.
I'll just
Now it
interrupt you
is
here. I just interrupt you here
No,
because this is a
look,
post.
look. After
Uh,
Arjikot, there has been a standard operating procedure in such cases.
all right. No,
After
no. I just
Arjikot,
wanted to.
there has
I'll
been
come
a
to.
SOP. So why the
Right.
police is not following the SOP? That is
Right.
my
That's an important.
question.
That's an important point. I'll just read out this tweet on the screen. Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee have spoken to the family of the 12-year-old Baruipur victim, despite being placed under de facto house arrest after police and CRPF blocked their residences. This is BJP's democracy in Bengal, an ex-CM and an MP barred from meeting a victim's family. This is what the tweet is. This is the latest tweet from Bengal Cartel. Yes, Chandan, go ahead, please.
as I was talking about that there had been no difference despite of the several promises, and basically the promises were made just before the election, just to change Bengal, transform Bengal into peaceful state, and that is what is happening here. It's only 62 days government as it's claimed, but I don't see 62 days government. The helm of the government, the chief minister himself has been into this administration for last 2 decades. And now this is a new regime where he's got absolute power to implement, and where he's just not supplementing, subscribing the promises, but rather giving the kind of trade to a particular community. And that is where it is just you understand that where the division, where the lines and lines of action, and where exactly the kind of testimony which supposed to be provided by the police force. How could the chief minister to take action? I mean, action in the name of the religion, and he completely proclaimed his first two lines are fine, that nobody would be spared after this kind of brutal, the brutality on this minor girl. But the question is basically that what his perception is doing and how it is gone. If you are going to study this case, then you finally find that the police force is completely failed here to reach, even allow the people to have, this kind of vandalism. And this vandalism has scaled up so much so that a person was beaten, was lynched, beaten to death. So this is what is the story all about. I'm not criticizing the government, but I'm criticizing the kind of perception that the government, this new government, has projected before the election. Now, one thing is there that this is not one incident. The incident could have been started from Arjigar. incident could have been started from Park Street case that initiated the first time when the Trinamool government took place. The question is not that, but if the same notion stands, if the same notion moves, if the same notion influences, so who dares? This would be again going to be another hell. So there is a patronage from this side, just transformed to another side. There is no difference because Saraswati was speaking about a particular person. I mean, a man who had escorted the criminal, who took it where the police failed. Now, this is showing that how these powers of evil are changing hands, nothing else. We had protested several times on several incidents that happened of this kind of rapes and violences. But ultimately, the results had been the West Bengal government, the people, I mean, West Bengal people have decided to change the government. So they had expectation. They had no anticipation of a kind like this would happen only by the span of 62 days. It's not only the case, just give therapy, what we call this egg therapy, the kind of, the parodying of the accused whatsoever, the people. It can never be done in a society like ours, in a constitutional, the rights that we have, we can never expect the government can patrol despite of the orders otherwise by the
Right. Now, look
courts,
at the
by
reactions
the
which are coming
courts.
in. No, Chandan, you're
So
right. And look at the
ultimately, I
reactions which are
tell
coming in.
you,
Yeah, Chandan, I would want to show the reactions of the ministers and other MPs also. Now, look at this post on the alleged rape and murder of a minor girl in Baruipur, West Bengal. Minister Agni Mitra Paul says the entire family is satisfied with the actions of a government and Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari. All the people of the village are also satisfied with the actions. They have full faith in the government. The Chief Minister, IG, and SP have spoken with them over the phone many times. Today, the Chief Minister will also arrive here to meet the family. Now, let's put out some more tweets. I think some of the tweets are that of Sayani Ghosh. Now, look at this. Uh, Sayani Ghosh says, I met with the entire family. When someone loses their life, a child dies, we too feel the pain. We expect this from our Chief Minister, an investigation, a truthful investigation, a thorough investigation. Those guilty should receive the harshest punishment. You all know that the Chief Minister has assured that we will delve into this matter and we will go to the end. And while it may seem like two, three, or four people are involved, this is a huge racket. We have to ensure the safety, security, and security of our daughters in the future. A new government has just come into power. It is it is a 2 month old government. The party wants this. No chief minister wants rape. Neither the chief minister of BJP, nor the chief minister of Trinamool, nor the chief minister of Congress. But if such an incident happens, the most important thing is how it is handled. So our chief minister should handle it well, and all those involved in it should get the harshest punishment, the capital punishment. That is what Sayani Ghosh says. Chandan, one quick comment on what Shani Ghosh has said, and then I'll go to Samir. Yes, what would you say to this?
I believe, Nilu, I believe there is a person like Sani Ghosh, or there are other people
Sayani
like Sani
Ghosh,
Ghosh.
statement by
Have
Sayani Ghosh
I tell
looks as
you,
if there's a Ram Rajya now in West Bengal.
exactly, exactly. I mean, they are, see the people, they cannot work even individually there, even personally there. They couldn't visit him. She's the MP out there, but she cannot do this. This is what is a faction personalized by the BJP state as well as the central, and they have joined the party. I'm not talking about this, we had discussed about it. But the question is, Saini Ghosh doesn't have any stand on it. She has only to appease the government. But the question is that when we had found Mamata Banerjee had also shown this kind of courtesy, but nevertheless nothing happened then. I mean to say the parents are satisfied only when the harshest punishment will be meted out to the criminals. But there is a process. It can take a long time before that. The chief minister is giving a statement by saying a communal action, the communal perception. It can never do the justice. The justice is straight and direct. So we expect this justice be meted out, and then there is no shiny ghost is having a particular
Right.
stand out of it, and there
I
is no
think
question
Saraswati
of
Ghosh
her
wants to make a
here for
point.
these,
Yeah,
uh,
I'll go to
any
Saraswati. She's
power at
raising
all
her hand.
whatsoever.
Chindan, I'll just go to Saraswati.
Please.
She's wanting to make a point. Yes, Saraswati, what do you have to say?
Look, whatever Shani Ghosh or Ognimitra Paul or Dilip Ghosh says, my point is, this time at least you can go and meet the victim's family. In previous periods, whenever such things happened, there was such barriers to meet the family. We could never meet any such family, neither in Boktui, neither in Haskali, never. We couldn't meet the family even if we went there. So at least things have been
He doesn't.
such that we could access the family, and the family has not been taken somewhere
This
else so that people cannot
this
talk to them. At least this type
this
happened,
slightest
but
thing.
the police must be taken into custody also, because the police camp has been destructed. There has been a lot of destruction of police cars and police vehicles, and police personnel has been severely injured, and central forces have been severely injured. But all this because the police has not changed. It is not a question of 62 days or not. The standard operating procedure came at least 1 year back. So why not the police is following the standard operating procedure in such cases? That is my point. And the particularly the Home Ministry, since it is under the chief minister, so he must ensure that all the police stations follow the standard operating procedures in such cases, particularly of women missing, girl child missing, any child missing, any missing cases. Because in this case also, there is the story of handling this child from one person to other for trafficking. There is this story moving around, and this
Right.
is the common thing that before you transfer for trafficking, you just consummate the object. The child
Right.
is here is the object.
All
So
right. So
at
So
least
let me
there is
things,
there is there is
all
there is
these things
nothing to
are
be
here.
Nilu for
So the
once.
police
one by one,
must
Nilu
be
for
one by
once.
made
one,
to
Nilu,
follow the standard
yes.
operating
one by one.
procedure.
I'm coming to
No,
you.
That
but
I'm
needs
coming
that
to
to
is
you.
be
there.
transferred.
That is there. Everything
One
is
second. One
standard
second.
operating
One second.
procedure. But what? Who is going to observe? And how it is? And that is where it is. Only meeting the parents cannot be the only objective. There to be the punishment. There to be the
The
action of
police,
the government should be advancing. So it's a slight advancement, but it's nothing at all as to be taken so serious effort given by the government. No, it has to be shown. And the linking a statement
government
of the chief
effort
minister
should be
should have not
shown that
given.
the police
Linking
goes with the
and linking
people to search
statement.
the
No, I
body,
tell you,
to search
Saraswati.
the
One by
girl.
one.
I tell you,
They
One
have
by one.
Saraswati.
shown
One
the
by one.
Linking,
conduct
Saraswati.
from
link.
the
Saraswati.
I tell you,
that
Saraswati.
that is
Just
fine. That
identified
is
by
Saraswati.
fine.
Just
one,
one request.
one.
That
One
is
request.
that is.
One request to all
I
of
tell
you.
you this.
Request. One request to all of you.
Yeah,
Let's not convert
yeah.
this into
So
a TV-like debate. One second. I'm just
no,
making
no,
a
no.
very
It's
humble
not TV like
request.
debate.
No,
Just
let's not make this into a
I like
TV-like
to
debate.
understand.
Everybody will get
I
their
like
chance. Yes. The
absolutely.
point.
I
One by
like
one.
to understand. Yes, I like to understand only one point that the meeting the parents cannot be only advancement of the case. The case has to be taken so
All right.
serious, and then there should not be any linking statement like the communal division in the statement of the chief minister. There shouldn't have
Right.
been. It
Now
really gets
let
not
me come
very
to
serious action of it. That's the
right.
politics.
Right. Let me come to Samir now. Samir, you've been seeing the things on the ground. There was an RG rape case also which happened, and now within 2 months of the BJP's rule, there is a rape and murder of an 11-year-old minor. Now, how do you see the comparison in the handling of the two cases? It was the same BJP which was all out in attack, but now when BJP is in power, it seems everything is very good. Shiny Ghosh to Agrimitra Paul, everybody, SP is handling it very well, the police is handling it very well. There are no reasons of complaint altogether, it seems. So everything is very good about the BJP government now, the way it's handling it.
No, this incident has once again laid bare the fact that nothing has changed in Bengal except for the political color of the government. See, during Arjikar incident also, you see the pattern. Only first police will sit on the case, try to buttress, try to suppress it, and will react only when there is public outrage. In this case also, we have all this government machinery, including the chief minister and the and other ministers and all. They became proactive only after the public outrage. This Baruipur incident is not the only incident of sexual abuse that taken place under this BJP regime, 2-month-old BJP regime. There had been several such cases. Most of these cases were ignored, not reported, and since there were no public outrage, we don't know whether any of the perpetrators or the accused were arrested so far. Even today we heard, just now we heard, I have not yet confirmed though, but I have just heard that one body was found of a tribal woman at a field in Bardhaman district. So these are not regular recurring incidents. So thing is that same pattern, the police inaction, public, then after public outrage suddenly they will get active and immediately make few arrests, and then after that what? Arjikar incident, we know that the case has not yet reached the logical conclusion. The one person who was arrested immediately by the Kolkata police within a day, that is the only arrest so far been made related to Arjikar rape and murder case, even after more than 1 year of CBI investigation. So and similarly, we do, now few arrests would be made, but as Chandan has rightly pointed out, the accused, the guilty should be handed over exemplary punishment. But we are not seeing those kind of punishment which could act as a deterrent for future crime. That's not happening. And there is always, we have seen even in the Baruipur incident also, the political interference. Particularly one BJP local activist is accused of shielding shielding the main accused. So these are subject to police investigation. But but the way, even before police started investigation, the various ecosystem of the BJP trying to project that this guy was actually he was not the guilty, rather he was one who was helping out. It was not his business. Why, in the first place, why was he doing the police's job? We had seen this kind of practice during the CPIM regime, during the TMC regime. The party cadres, the party activists, they become the law. Here also we are seeing the repetition of the same thing. So what has changed? Nothing has changed. And Nilu, another point, we should see the larger, we should also look into the larger problem. The way the political parties and the political leaders who are occupying highest constitutional posts, the rhetoric, the hate speeches, these are making the entire society very intolerant. And just look at today, another incident had happened in Baruipur. One teenager, one boy, was killed by his friends over a dispute over football match. So these are where from this kind of intolerance coming from?
Right.
These are because of the constantly through social media, through speeches, we are being injected with hate. That should stop. Otherwise, of course, the police inaction and all these things are there, but the society at large also need to do some introspection.
All right. Now I'll take the concluding comments, starting with Saswati. Saswati, what would you really say? And I'm talking about the larger picture of the law and order. the way BJP was when it was in the opposition, and now when the BJP is in the government as a ruling party. What do you have to say? Is it, would you say that nothing has changed, or would you say that you are seeing a palpable change in the handling of the law and order situation? Not to forget the egg attacks which we have seen in the past.
No, actually, the Baruipur incident has shown that nothing has changed. Number one, that is not desired. I expect that, as I said, that in such cases, standard operating procedures will be followed, and there will be enough police recruited and enough infrastructure created so that the police has the capacity to pursue such cases and the mentality to pursue such cases. Because they do not have that mentality to pursue such cases, and the cases will not linger for on and on and on, and then it will come to a such a so that people will just forget and only the families will remember. Things will not happen that way. I hope that things will change this way so that the judiciary, the police, the judiciary, they will function properly, function to the law, and things will take place as soon as possible, as soon as the standard operating procedure states.
Come to Chandan now. Chandan, what would you say? And then I'll go to Samir for the concluding remarks. Yes.
It is simply, as we have discussed till now, that this standard operating procedure has to be maintained, and that is fine. Standard of operating procedure to be maintained by the government and the certain enforcement department. But where the reform is, you must really go onto a certain level of, the mental as well as the physical shape up. You cannot really expect one fine morning every police would be changed and a policeman would be changed into action. It can never be. And where the political platform isn't changed. Political platform in the sense I'm talking about the administrative platform only changed by the political too. But what we expect that this kind of, the incident, even why did I really tell you before that 62 days government? I'm not talking about that 62 days government. It is going to be the experience that really handles this kind of situation where the chief minister is experienced about 2 decades. So that's not a question. The question is the entire setup shouldn't be taken into political mindset. It should really create this certain administrative empowerment through the local police forces, as well as the central police forces, as well as the administrative apparatus the other way. They can really help it out. And moreover, it's a social, the sickness. I believe such incidents are taking place and where social awareness to be required and these programs to be initiated by the government as well as the sincere political parties altogether. That I can say.
Right. I think on the screen we have Suvendu Adhikari, who's going to be visiting the place, and as Shiny Ghosh and also Agnimitra Paul had informed. So I think he's come to visit the victim. What change really is there is there some kind of a change you see, Samir, on the ground?
No, as I pointed out, see, though it is too early for it's just 60 days government, but as they say, morning shows the day. So, so far we have not seen any change. See, I can this thing cite three areas which followed the same pattern. First, the police's reaction. The same, they failed to act initially, and then the entire machinery only reacted after public outrage. So it was the people actually, in this case, it is the local residents there. They did the policing job in the sense they went looking for the CCTV camera in various shops and then to track the criminals, to track the accused. So police was was inactive. Then after that, see the reaction. Same old the Mamta, the TMC government used to do the same old thing, that to prevent opposition, prevent muzzle the opposition voice. The police deployment around Mamata Banerjee's house. The moment this one TMC leader tweeted that she might go and meet the family members of the victim. Immediately after that, we saw that huge deployment of security forces in and around her residence. Police barricades were placed. This kind of reaction we had also seen during the TMC regime when Suvendu Adhikari was leader of the opposition. There used to be similar kind of action the then government used to take to prevent Mr. Adhikari to visit the victim's residence or the place of occurrence of any incident. Like even during Sandesh Khali, when BJP leaders wanted to visit there, they had to face lots of problem. So same
Yes.
thing. So nothing has changed actually. Only the political color.
Right. All right. So we'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Saswati Ghosh, Chandan Ghosh, and Samir. Thank you very much for joining.